Hi, it's Shane. I have a website called futureproofmybuilding.com. I'm just doing some mountain biking in Whitehorse here, and I can't shake this idea. It's been floating around in my head for the last week. I'm a big fan of nature, and I think we need to protect it to protect ourselves and ultimately make our lives better. And last week I went to this info session about energy, and it appears that the government here invited someone to be unbiased about their opinion of energy, and it was clearly unbiased. It was very pro fossil fuel, showing slides of people protesting solar. I don't know how anyone could do that, protesting wind, geothermal, but no protesting of, pipelines or smokestacks which spew pollution at people. There was none of that. Talking about like 80 years to transition from fossil fuels, which is complete nonsense. And like, we could literally do that in about 20 years if we had a whole team of future proofers that are out there reducing the amount of energy we need, and creating microgrids, implementing solar, moving towards electric vehicles. Like, there's so much technology and there's so many jobs out there from shifting our economy to something that's more clean and sustainable. And the current system, they don't want to see that happen because that is an end to their profits. But the thing is that, there's this great show called The Merchants of Doubt. And I called this woman out, and I made reference to the show because it's like these people come and they play off of people's apathy, and there's mosquitoes everywhere. That basically says, oh, we can't change and it's so much work and why would you want to do that, and people are going to protest no matter what, so let's just keep doing what we're always doing. And that's just not the way to progressively move humanity forward. We need to evolve past this paradigm that we're in. And that I asked, have you heard of Passive House? Have you heard of like the Tesla batteries or perovskite solar? It's going to make solar 1/100th the cost that it is, in a matter of years. 20 years ago, like 15 years ago, in the year 2000, barely anyone had a cell phone, much less a supercomputer that could shoot a video like this, like you're looking at right now. A lot can happen in 15 to 20 years. Humans just need to decide, hey, we're going to make a difference and we're going to change. And if we do that, you know what? The world is a better place. So, I mean, that's the other thing that really bothered me too, is she said that, I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm here, I got a free ticket here. I make a living selling energy education is what she said. And like, I've literally tried to do that and I didn't make a living doing it, let me tell you. Unless you have a very wealthy group buying your education, and in this case, I mean, everyone there could sniff out what was really going on. She'd never heard of Amory Levin's book Reinventing Fire, which basically says here's how to get off of fossil fuels by 2050 while growing the US economy by $1.54 trillion. That's 1,000 billion. That's a trillion seconds is 32,000 years. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of economic growth, and that's a lot of jobs. And I'll show it. Here's a couple infographics of jobs. I've showed this in other videos before. But basically, if you're in construction, if you're in energy efficiency, if you're an engineer, there's tons and tons of opportunity. And people say, well, what are we going to do if we move away from the resource-based economy? Well, there's an entire galaxy universe to discover, to uncover. We don't need to continue to be slaves to various sources of energy or systems. We should set ourselves free and evolve as a species. That's just a wise thing to do, and protect nature, like protect future generations. That I don't know how people who are merchants of doubt can sleep at night. Like, here, I'll show you a picture. This is my niece. She just turned 1 year old. 1 year old. What kind of world is this kid gonna live in by the time she's, the age of this person who's spreading these lies? You know, and she's not the only one who's spreading lies. There are a lot of people. And I mean, I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I gave her my book. I said, here, if you don't understand this stuff, you don't know about it, here, you know, read about it. You don't have an excuse anymore to promote concepts that are not in the best interest of human beings. Like, and to the people who would support this and make this a reality, you know, like, you can take your money and invest it in things that actually help people live better lives, help be more sustainable. Like, you'll sleep better too doing that. And I mean, everybody who, I know there are going to be people who hate this idea because they make money with the way things are and they don't want to change. And that's human nature. Humans inherently do not want to change. We are very stubborn. We are very, we're just humans. We're afraid of change, but the growth is in the change, and the beauty is in the change. And I mean, I could speak to this. I've gone through tons and tons of change, and my life has gone through hell, but I mean, I am way stronger, way better off because I've gone through that change. And I think, you know, if you're unhappy, you know, time to do some change. And I think that the world is unhappy, and many people are waking up to that fact and see that there's a way to move forward. And you know, I would love to get the help and the support of and the resources that this person had, because you know what, like, you can't make change to change the world alone. And it's going to take millions of jobs, millions of people future-proofing the world, future-proofers that can make a difference. And you know, it's up to each and every one of us to make a difference. So let's do that, and let's build a better world, because it's not our world anymore. It's the new generation. And you know, people have to get into that. The older generation has to realize that they had a really nice place to live and to grow up and flourish, and they should leave it that way for the next generation and hundreds of generations after that, because the decisions we're making right now are going to make serious effects. So thanks for watching. Please share this, especially if you agree, because this is important and people need to understand this, and this needs to get out there. Have a great day. Thanks again. Bye.